What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so I saw recently that Eddie Murphy in an interview. Before I get into that, shout out to him. He just got married. I think this is his. I want to say this is his third marriage, if I'm not mistaken. I know he was married for over a decade to a woman named Nicole, and I think he was briefly married to another woman. Um, but anyway, I think this is his third marriage, possibly his second. And there's been a couple other relationships. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is that in a recent interview, among other projects that he's going to be getting into, he announced that he's going to portray Inspector Clouseau in a movie that's going to mix live action with CGI. So I'm going to assume that this new movie is going to have the Pink Panther cartoon character in it. And, you know, the live action movies never featured the Pink Panther. It was not really about the cartoon, even though it was called the Pink Panther. These movies. In the 70s, at least. I think in the 60s, when Peter Sellers' Clouseau was more of a secondary character, I think the first couple movies were called A Shot in the Dark and something else. I forgot the other one, but I know one of the movies was A Shot in the Dark. But anyway, you can already see the usual suspects having their issues with this casting, okay? And you know what it is, right? It's just, you would think that Eddie Murphy would have enough comedic gravitas, and people have been able to see what this man can do and how he's a human chameleon. You would think that if it was somebody that you think could pull this off, even though he don't look, quote unquote, the part, you would think it'd be him, right? Nope. Still complaining. I'm tired of the woke agenda. Shut the fuck up. I'm tired of y'all agenda. How about that? I'm tired of y'all complaining about fucking movies, man. Y'all some miserable motherfuckers. Don't you have something else to occupy your time rather than casting decisions on fucking movie projects? Who are you, dude, to sit up here and feel like y'all qualified to tell these movie producers who and who should not be cast in movie roles? And then, like little bitches, instead of actually giving the movie a chance, you guys just like petty little grudge-hearted little mean girls. You purposely won't watch it because, you know what I'm saying, you have to be right on everything. And I have this attitude like this because I've seen this so many times, and usually they're wrong. I'm not even talking about always from a place of racism. I remember back in 2000 when it was announced that Hugh Jackman was going to be playing Wolverine. These motherfuckers had a fit about that. Not because of, he's Australian or anything like that, but because he didn't, quote, fit the profile. Wolverine, I mean, he's 5'3". He's 6'2". That's not going to be comic book accurate. He has an Australian accent. How is he going to do this, man? I'm not watching this crap. And he's been the Wolverine for a quarter of a century now. They're begging this guy not to quit the role. They gotta basically shove huge amounts of cash to Hugh Jackman every time to convince him to play Wolverine. I remember when people was complaining about what's his name? The one that played Batman. Ben Affleck, excuse me. I remember when people was complaining about Ben Affleck. I said, well, give him a chance, man. Oh man, I mean, come on, Ben Affleck, man, he's not a serious actor, man. I mean, how could he play this role, man? Do y'all remember that Michael Keaton wasn't a serious actor at one point too? He was a comedic actor. He had just did Beetlejuice when he accepted the role of Bruce Wayne. People said, how could he pull it off? Even the studios didn't think that he could pull it off. And most people will tell you he's the best Batman. I think he's the best Batman, but I think that Ben Affleck's the best Bruce Wayne. So just give Eddie Murphy a chance, man. I mean, first of all, there are black people that live in France that have French accents. And then, of course, you have the Haitians who speak with a French accent. And I'm black, right? I'm black. And I think I've displayed in videos in the past that I can manipulate my voice to speak like the spectacles. It's not that difficult to do. If you just try and you memorize how he spoke, it's not that difficult to do. And Eddie Murphy's far more talented than I am. So come on, man, give the guy a chance, man. I mean, what do you think he is? The shepherd and monkey? I let him go with a warning. And he's shepherd and monkey. He's minky. Yeah, man, but this is just stupid, man. It's just, God, these people are just, I mean, these people are policing all movie roles, man. Just policing all movie roles. And then they stock the people who are casting these roles. Instead of having the balls to stock the people who cast the actors, they stock the actors and try to make their lives miserable. And then they do stupid shit like they go to these people's they go to the movies that they don't like, and then they negative review bomb the movie so it has a low rating, and they try to destroy the careers of these actors like they did what's his name, John Boyega. I think it was his name, John Boyega, the black dude that played in that Star Wars movie, who basically had his career sabotaged by some of these racist motherfuckers. So it's like, man, shit's sad, bro. Y'all not gonna do this to Eddie Murphy. I'm sorry. You're not. I'm not gonna do this to him. As talented as this motherfucker was, this is the same dude that saved Saturday Night Live. And he'll get no thanks for that shit. None. Him and Joe Piscopo. Him and Joe Piscopo in the early 80s was the only good thing going when it came to Saturday Night Live. And what thanks did either one of them get? Joe Piscopo is an afterthought. And Eddie Murphy is almost became a joke because of, rumors about his sexuality. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it, man. Tell me what you guys say.